Morning, everyone. How are you? I hope everybody is well. And I see that, yes, I see that everybody is here. Let me see. Miss Southern Belle, good morning. I am doing very well. I am on all of my, you can't tell, I'm all, in all of my Snoopy regalia for our craft sale today. And yes, I am doing quite well. I think I saw Annie here. I think I saw B. Who else did I see? Oh, saw, yes, I did see B, and I see my bot is happy, and everybody is happy. So good morning. I am excited. I get to spend all day with my mom. I saw my parents for the first time since they got back from Florida. So let us zoom me down to the desk, and we have our Advent today. And we are on day 2. And I learned something watching the intro video. I guess I should. Apparently, these colors on the Advent, like these actual, that they correlate to the person who designed it. So, like all, like if I pull out yesterday's, I think this is one where I'm upside down. One. Oh, I put this in backwards. That's why this is upside down. But like all the ones that are like this pattern are a specific designer. So there's like four or five, one, two, three, four, maybe six different people who contributed to the calendar. So I'm hoping that they um do coordinating things. I feel like we started off really strong yesterday with the deer stamp. I actually don't have the card anymore because I brought it over to the craft fair. Let me Oh. Oh, is he? I haven't watched the Bud Files in a couple days. I'll have to check him out for sure. Hi, Judy. Yeah, I always kind of always call want to call you B because um I'm forgetting what her actual Creative Mind Journaling's real name is B or is name is B. So like I I always want to do that. But anyway, that is that. Let's see what we have. I'm sort of a little concerned, I gotta say, just in the sense that I feel like we started off so strong yesterday, and we'll probably wind up. Oh, sorry. This is the Papercraft Society, which is a sort of a sub brand of Craft Stash, which is a UK company. I haven't bought any products from them, basically, which is stupid because now that the exchange rate is pretty good with the UK. Their box is basically $40 a month. Their box essentially is a similar format to these, where it's a trifold folio, and basically you get stamps, dies, and then paper. But sort of the interesting wrinkle of their particular subscription product. Well, I guess there's two. One is that like what we were just talking about, the monthly boxes are curated by specific designers, so there's less consistency overall and more like, this month like Judy has curated the box and it's, stuff that's very similar to her design aesthetic. But anyway, I haven't really done a ton with them just cuz like shipping from the UK is often expensive. Um cuz like shipping on the box is $7 or something. So that's why I'd never really done too much with their brand. The one thing I have bought from them that I was really happy with is they had a designer who did a collection of like mini album rulers essentially to do like the spacing and the mitered whatnots. And I should grab that for next morning, tomorrow morning, and I'll just show you what that looks like. But I didn't see anyone in the US selling anything similar. I made a card yesterday. Was this, but no, I haven't made anything yet. Oh, thank you. So let's see what we got. So I think this is a new designer. Actually, I can show you what we got yesterday because I think some of y'all weren't here just to show you what. So yesterday we got this really cool, what I called a deer, but later learned was a stag stamp set. So this thing is pretty huge. It's got 3 Christmas sentiments. The thing that I'm sorry, this is really hard to see without it against some white. We'll use this envelope. Here we go. This is easier to see. The interesting thing is I thought that usually in the UK people said Happy Christmas as opposed to Merry Christmas, so it was interesting that Merry Christmas came up as a sentiment. But like, here's a card, right? Like this stamp is huge. So I was surprised we got something so large in an advent calendar because I think the price point on this whole thing was about 55 bucks, which, you know, isn't cheap, but also considering the number of like $70 advent calendars on the market currently is like also not that expensive. Um, I've been watching the Pink and Main one, which is really cool. It's sort of $75 and kind of feels like it. But anyway, let us see what we got. Believe this is a new designer. Ooh, we have ephemera. My favorite thing ever. Yay. I don't know what we have, but um so I will say ephemera, while being my favorite thing ever, also is not reusable. So I guess that's worth considering. But again, like yesterday, there's a lot in here. So let's pull this out. Uh like like there's an absolute ton. So I'm not gonna pull everything out. So it looks like we have some floor like a sort of this is very oh, I like the color palette. I guess we're making a floral card this morning. And we have this one is just sort of oh, this is very lightly printed. Sorry, my light's a little dim. Um But this teal is very much, I guess I call it a teal. It's very much like this color, right? It's a little bluer if I hold these up. Or sorry, it's a little darker. I might actually, maybe more like skylight. Yes, I have a lot of ink I haven't used, but yeah, like the skylights are very close to it. So I think we'll keep these two inks out because I think we can do kind of a neat little blendy something. Um, I'm guessing these are all florals. Yeah, but I'm liking this. It's very winter floral to me. Oh, this is just a piece that didn't get fully punched out. But we can help it. That's fine. These are very delicate too. Like you can make a some really nice sort of floral bits. A floral spray, if you will, and then we can stamp something out. I think that's just gonna oh, it has sentiments. I guess we don't even have to stamp something. Fabulous. Not that I mind stamping. It says party time. This one also says party time. This says love you. I like this together. Maybe we'll just do something like that. Although I kind of want a little more. You are so special. I like that. I like that. I feel like you have a very like tonal look if you like that. So I think I'll just do something like that and we can glue it together. But I may have lost one on the floor, but it's nice that we got sentiments. There's, I don't know, probably at least enough to make a bunch of cards here. Oh, we can look at it from this side. So we have this sort of pastel-y look. I may change my, I think I'll still do like an ink blend, but we don't really need a lot. I probably want to keep this white actually, because these are fairly like pale colors. They're looking a little more vibrant on camera than in real life. Maybe this, maybe we'll try the skyline and like all we really need to do is just sort of we probably want to leave white background behind all this stuff. Let me see what we're saying. It is. I mean, I think that's the fun of these advent calendars. The one I had last year was craft stashes. Let me just grab some. I feel like we need a pastel color, but let me grab some pastel paper quick. We have pastels. Grabbed a whole bunch, and uh, this teal would look really nice. I'm liking this actually. Yes, I'm liking this color, I think, with all these pinks. And then we don't actually then I think that'll work well. And maybe a white card base. Well, this one's totally mangled. Maybe a not mangled white card base. Unless I mangled all of these. These are the Eka Super Economy ones, which I wouldn't buy again because they're like very thin. But anyway, since I paid for them, I'm not gonna toss them. But uh, whoops, I'm dropping everything on the floor today. What was I saying? We were talking about something. Yeah, I like the puzzle and like at least these first 2 days, like these seems to be very sort of you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here, I think. And I'm just gonna cut this to 4 and then 5 1/4 just to do a nice sort of little mat. And then I think we're just gonna ink edge this a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna do like this is gonna be a really quick card since they gave us all the stuff. Um, but the one of their normal boxes I remember seeing, yeah, I think this is gonna like I think this is gonna make the pink really pop. Yeah, I'm liking that. What was I say? Yeah, the one up there, like, so we're probably gonna have this sort of down here. So maybe we just want to like make sort of a V kind of with a little light ink blending. Sorry, I am just all over the place. I should have more coffee before doing these lives first thing in the morning. But the one of theirs that I very much of the Papercraft Society boxes I remember was like last winter. And I need a new one of these. Like this is almost this is a very well loved like piece of packing cardboard that I've been using to like do ink stuff on. Anyway, they had one that they were snowflakes, but they were very intricate snowflakes. And it looked really cool. I guess if I were gonna give it a vibe, the vibe from that one was quite sophisticated. If that is a thing, if you like that. What? Yeah, let's not get Snoopy. Let's not get ink all over Snoopy. That would probably be a bad start to thing. I may be live later. I was thinking of doing like a walkthrough of our actual craft show. Um, good. It's gonna start at 10. So I may do like a little quick walkthrough of that just to show you guys. Because it's the one Mom and I did last year, but yeah, I'm kind of digging that. Because that'll just add a little subtle, like it'll draw your eye kind of like this is sort of what I'm going for. So I think I just need to kind of do the same thing on this corner. If you get shadows like this, you usually what I do is I just sort of build up the color so that it's less apparent. But a lot of that is just because I'm a pretty heavy-handed ink blender. Uh, yeah, that's all I really wanted to get done here. Um, so if you don't like what I tend to do is mash the brush down. If you look at these brushes, I mean, and like this is an ink specific one, but like you can buy makeup brushes at the dollar store and they do the same thing. Like these are essentially foundation brushes, but they're just repurposed for art for crafting and cost more money as a result. But you can buy makeup brushes at the dollar store. Let me see what I'm missing. I think that would be cool. I like ones like this that you don't destroy when you I guess I can put the rest of these back. That you don't like destroy. I mean, this would be an easy one to actually recreate because it's basically just a folio. I mean, you could make your own. My friend Lynn did one that's really pretty detailed that was where you basically make like a box But obviously, these would be easier because you just essentially have to find like you'd have to figure out how to cut these. The other thing, but once you figured out how to cut these, you could just mass produce it. Because if you flatten this thing out, right, like it's just a piece of paper with the corners chopped off. So you just need to figure out these measurements. Um, it's constructed very similarly to like this box. So like this was a box I made for Halloween cards, and this is a double layer, so well, I guess I didn't push it down all the way, but these are Halloween cards I got, so this is more of a storage box. How cute are these cats? Anyway, my friend Tracy made that card. But you could easily, I mean, the ones that are reusable, essentially you make boxes and sometimes um you can take those boxes and you can put them into sort of an album cover so that it's sort of more like a book that opens up and then you have your numbers on the inside. Anyway, it's a thing I like quite a bit. Oops, what did I do? Yeah, I mean they're essentially the same. They're not rubberized. They're entirely synthetic brushes. So they're plastic basically. Um I tend to keep mine color specific, but you can use fewer of them and just wash them out all the time as well. So let me I'm not sure where my tape ran off to. So I guess we'll glue this together today. Um but they're basically that. There are a lot of things you can use for these. Um Depending really. People have preferences. The ones that are designed more for crafting tend to have longer bristles, I would say, than like let's get this. They tend to have like slightly longer bristles, but obviously people have preferences. Shorter bristles work as well. I mean, it really. Let's see if we can get this. The one thing I do like about wet glue is like when you do things like that and don't get your thing on straight the first time, it gives you a little bit of working time. And then I think this is sort of where we'll start. Whoops. Just start sort of laying things in. And I'm not going to worry too much about the ends of these flower or like the stem ends of the flowers because that's where I'm going to stick the sediment over. And I may pop that up on foam because I would kind of like to give that a little more dimension. But I just am sort of keeping these in sort of this lighter colored area that I created here. And if you're super picky, which obviously I'm not, oh, there's a little additional piece we need to pop out here. Doing that before you have glue on everything is good too. But if you're more worried about how the sort of overall look here, what you can do is sort of dry fit some of this stuff. I think I'm going to pop this one here and then depending on how you feel about white space, I'm just gonna see if we can. The nice thing about this glue is it's gonna dry matte, so even though that looks shiny now, it won't when we're done. So I think I just want to clean up a little glue. And grab some foam tape, and I think I only need about yay much. We'll see. I'm using my not great scissors for this because I would rather not wreck the foam. Oh, this is about perfect. I think we just want to not have this be upside down, but I think we just want this sort of like this. I kind of like how the little tail here is poking through. You could also move this up a little bit. I like it more down in the corner, I think. Yeah, I like that. But that's the thing I love about ephemera is like, you know, we probably made a card in 5 minutes, and it looks significantly nicer, I would say, than cards you can just go in and buy at the store because you have a little more dimension, a little more visual interest, and pretty much it. What we could do if I can find them is I had some really neat transparent little enamel dots. Let me see if I'm missing anybody. Ah, you're sweet. Thank you. My cats are actually sleeping, oddly. I always assume they're gonna like show up and want to be involved, but let's see. It is not here. You- oh, uh, well, these would be cute too. I can't find the ones I was looking for. It's funny, I just bought more enamel dots, but I'm pretty sure I have some. Oh, oh, these would be cute. Uh, I think these dark teal ones would actually set this off since we kind of accidentally made a pink and teal card, which in one of my craft groups is just a running joke because one of the folks who's involved just absolutely loves pink and teal. So I kind of like the lighter ones, I think, here. I'm just gonna you probably put maybe do a couple clusters. I think I'll do like big one and then a couple little ones maybe to do like a three thingy cluster. I think they're called something. Like I think there's an actual like art word for what this is, but um anyway, I don't know what it is. And these are my all-time favorite enamel dots because, well, I don't know. They're one of my two all-time favorites. I like the ones that are like this but have glitter in them too, but the thing about these I like is they're really flat. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but like they don't cause mailing problems, which is really nice. But I think this is our day two. Um, I like that day one was sort of more winters themed. This definitely has sort of a spring Mother's Day kind of vibe to it, but I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a good or a bad thing. Again, I think in real life, this is reading a little more pastel. It's reading a little darker on camera. I actually like how it looks better than in real life. Let me see if I can't just adjust that quick so I could give you guys a more what does this really look like vibe. Cause you know how it is. Cameras lie. So let me just bring up the. It looks more like this in real life. If that makes sense. So let's just zoom in. Um, see, there's still this little swoopty. I don't mind that. I kind of like the ink gradients. Um, some people really like the. Let me see what you're saying about. Yeah, I don't know. Lennox is like the ham who just sort of like jumps on the desk when he decides that he hasn't been paid attention to enough and then injects himself into my videos. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Let me show you what we got today. And I learned something that I didn't mention yesterday that probably you'd be interested in. Other than I have a lot of pastel paper somehow, even though but so the colors here of these actual folios align with the designers. So like this one, like one, did I turn one of these around? Uh, I'm pretty sure this has a day on it. Yeah. Do they all do that? Oh. Yeah, so on the spine, it actually says who the designer is. So this was My Creative Life. Yesterday's was somebody else, was Textures. And I believe these, I don't know if these are craft stash lines or the actual designer names that they go by. Anyway, so whoa, let's not have an Advent accident. So today we got this pretty large pack of ephemera. I mean, this is like sort of a Spellbinders club kit size. I mean, there are, like it'd say there are hundreds of pieces. Not to be shady, but like the like the Carabella Echo Park ones where you get 40 pieces. Like this is bigger than that. But then I just basically grabbed some enamel dots and some teal stuff from my stash, and I think Lennox just meowed. I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. He's voicing his displeasure that there isn't unlimited wet food all the time. But anyway, it is good to see you. This is our card from today. Our card from yesterday went over to the art fair, so we will see if that one sells. I'm loving that that for some reason I bought the additional teal inks from Catherine Pooler because they work really well with this color palette. And I don't know if you I think you're in Lynn's group as well, but we have kind of a running joke that like somehow like all of our cards sort of turn into this teal and pink color palette. And like even Spellbinders like kit of the month for not this year but like last year's Christmas kit, the Oh What Fun one, like that has a very pink and teal vibe. And actually my favorite Christmas card I made last year was pink and teal, but like it used craft as the background. Anyway, uh, so this weekend I'm craft fairing, but next weekend is my birthday weekend, and I see that there are a lot of cards coming in the mail. So anything that's like labeled birthday, I'm gonna actually hold. But if I don't know, it'll just be um it may be just in a happy mail video somewhere. But anyway, it is great to see you guys. I hope you have a fabulous day, and we will be back in a similar time slot tomorrow, I think, because the fair starts at 10, so I'm trying to sort of do these videos starting at 8-ish. I was thinking I'd do them earlier, but then today, like, I'm just bad at getting up before the sun does, so especially on weekends. But anyway, great talking to you guys, and I will see you tomorrow, twice, I guess, because I'll see you in the morning for the Advent, and then I'll see you in our normal 6 p.m. slot to do something. Maybe talk about Craft Fair recap, although that might come tomorrow too. Anyway, talk to you guys.